Hey, welcome to DynaVap Live. Today is July 11th, 2019. I'm Retail Josh.
I'm George.
Welcome. And we have some very exciting things to discuss today. We have new stashes, new torches, and some other things that we'd like to talk about. Did we do anything fun today, George?
Actually, we did. We had our Decathlon today that some of our awesome members of our team coordinated. It was kind of a fun thing. Got together with the whole team, had some friendly competition. It was kind of a cool thing.
Yeah, it was a lot more fun than I was anticipating.
Yeah. In fact, we got a couple shirts left over that we're going to be distributing to those of you that might be interested.
Yep.
See, check them out. We can run the. There we go.
So you could be an honorary member of the DynaVap crew. We have a couple of these in XL, so
Actually, these are 2XL. So
2XL.
if you happen to fit into that category,
Let us
send
know.
us a comment, and we'll see if we can send you some swag your way.
And yeah, it was a fun little day. It was a nice little break from the battery independence hustle that we just dealt with.
Which that was kind of a fun thing, too.
Yeah, it was. It was a fun little holiday. So let's do some shout outs in the chat. We have Victor Bow in Vancouver, Jared Bonner in Memphis, Elpic82 from Montreal, the Pagan Mail said it's hot out there in Texas. It's hot here too. Bill Watuski in Pittsburgh, Cree McCree in Northern Virginia, Star Particles in Alaska.
Let's see, Matt Jones from Winnipeg. Is it hot up there?
It's probably cooler than it is here.
I don't think it gets hot in Canada.
Vancouver can get pretty warm. And then we have someone in New Zealand. Thank you for staying up late or getting up early. Brandon Carlin in California. And D Purple Fox from Albuquerque, New Mexico. And Jesus Calvo from Spain. So thank you for tuning in. We love that you are staying up or getting up early to tune in and see what we have to discuss. We also want to thank you all for subscribing. We just crossed the 8,800 subscriber mark not too long ago. For those of you who haven't, be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified and to help push us past that 10,000 mark.
Yes, please. We'd really appreciate it because 10,000 subscribers may not seem like a whole lot, but it's a big deal for us because it means it earns us some new capability on YouTube.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it does, and it allows us to engage better with that community. And we also want to thank the FC Forum, Vapor Ents, the DynaVap subreddit, Vapor Asylum. And be sure to send us your feedback. Use the contact form on the website. Send us your suggestions, your comments. Leave a comment on YouTube. Send a comment to Instagram. We love hearing that feedback, good or bad. That's how we evolve and grow. And if you are already spreading the Dynaverse, be sure to join our affiliate program. If you haven't already, look into it. You can email affiliate@dynavap.com, or you can go to affiliate.com or dynavap.com/affiliate for more details. If you're already spreading the word about DynaVap, you might as well get a little bit something for it too. And we also want to say thank you to Hector for helping transcribe all of our videos into Spanish to expand our audience a little bit further. And be sure to check out the video in the top right-hand corner. We have some new content out there if you haven't watched, and so be sure to check that out. And now, George, past couple weeks or past several episodes, we've asked a community question to better engage with our community.
Right.
This week's is, where do you purchase your vaporizers and accessories? Now, online retailers was a clear takeaway. Why do you think that is?
I just think a lot of people like to shop online.
Mm-hmm.
It's very convenient.
Mm-hmm. And if you prefer to shop at a store or they just haven't carried our product or any accessory that you need, be sure to ask them. I mean, that's how we get a lot of our wholesale clients, is because they've heard from you.
It really matters. It's something that we've noticed when we get inquiries from various different shops. A lot of times it's because customers are coming in looking for our product. And so we're looking for stores that are interested to carry our product to contact us so we can help them out and help make sure that the people that prefer to buy from a brick and mortar store have access to our products and our devices. It
also enables you as a customer to feel and see a product before you have to purchase it, which is a good advantage.
Well, I think it's nice to be able to actually see, how small, compact, and discreet our devices really can be.
And so for the main topic, we have some new limited edition stashes here. We have 4 of them. What are they, George?
So we've got the Movingi ER here. This one's cherry. This one here is Bubinga, and this one is a wood called Black Limba. And if you look at them, we've got some close-up pictures. You can see they have a real nice grain structure to them. They look a lot different than many of the other stashes that we've offered in the past. And like wood, they all kind of tend to have a little bit of a distinctive wood aroma to them. Very, very mild, nothing like what the cedar has. It just kind of mixes things up, gives a few more choices that we haven't offered before.
Yeah, I think they look really nice, and variety is always good. Like, even if you have one stash, like if you have multiple DynaVaps, like there's a thing that people call VAS, vaporizer
Acquisition
syndrome. Yeah, and so you need a DynaStash to go with your device, and variety is the spice of life. And right now we have 17 different stashes, I think, on our website right now.
Wow.
And so there's more variety than we've ever had before. And these are limited edition varieties. So once they are gone, they're gone. And so if you're interested in them, if you like the look of them, be sure to pick them up. And, you know, it's been a while. Like, have we done any flash sales recently?
It's been months since we've done a flash sale, and it used to be one of our big signature things, you know, for DynaVap Live. So maybe today's a good day for a flash sale, stash sale.
Ben, do you think you would be able to get a coupon ready?
Oh, look at that. There it is.
Perfect. And so, wow, Ben, you really went all out. 30% off. And so that looks like it'll run for 24 hours.
I think 24 hours. That way it is easy for anyone, anywhere in the world to catch our broadcast when they're awake. Yep. To take advantage of it.
So if you're looking in one of these stashes or any other stash on the website, now's the time to get it. And we had a really good Battery Independence Day sale and Independence Day here. Did you do anything special, George?
Well, you know, I took a little bit of time, did a little bit of travel just right within the state, and went and saw some fireworks, which was kind of nice. I'm sure a lot of people, you know, went and saw some fireworks. Did you know fireworks really well to heat a VAP cap?
It does. I always really enjoy fireworks. I enjoy watching them. I grew up watching them. That was always a big thing with my family. I think something about whether it be in the movies or in person, explosions just kind of, they're fun to watch.
They really are. You know, explosions are fun.
But you know, a lot of us, we were in the office during that time, making sure that everyone's orders got out in a very efficient manner, and so we actually shot some behind-the-scenes footage from our Battery Independence Day sale to kind of show you what the whole process is for retail fulfillment.
Coordinating with my team, printing out orders, making sure everything runs smoothly throughout the day so that they can get the orders out and shipped to the customers.
And so after Tyler prints off the pick slips and the labels, he'll bring it over to one of our fulfillment stations. She has her stack of shipping labels and the pick slips. She'll grab each individual items, puts it in the mailer, ensuring that every item is in there, everything's correct, and puts it away so that way it can be picked up and sent to you. Apologize, we had some technical issues right there at the beginning. We will be uploading that whole clip on Tuesday. So if you're interested in kind of seeing that behind the scenes look, it'll be live on our YouTube channel. So be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified when that is released. It's something that we haven't really experienced before, that kind of error, so we apologize for that. But on to more exciting things. Here are our new stashes. We have the Javelin and the Concord. Our more advanced users definitely prefer the single and the double torch. And so that's what we got for you guys. We have a really nice single torch and a really nice angled twin flame torch. They're going to be a higher end, more premium feeling. They're going to have a metallic finish. They're available in 4 different colors. If you have a certain preference to a color, like that beautiful red Javelin, be sure to mention that in the order notes, and we'll do our best to accommodate that for you. If you do not put it in the order notes, we will just send you whatever. But as long as we have that color and you specify it in that order note, we'll take care of you. And so we're going to kind of show you them up close, what they look like, and give a little bit of a quick heating demo on them.
All right, so let's take a look here. Grab our trusty 2019M, and we'll start out with one of these Javelin single flames. It's a rather nice torch. The single flame on this one is a little bit larger than some. Light's real nice.
It's almost like a vertical serpent.
I'd say so. So you can see the heating time's a little bit faster than some of the single flames. It's also adjustable like most of them. The other thing that you're going to notice, something we really try hard to do when we're selecting our lighters, is we like to find lighters that have a fuel window, because it's just a lot nicer to simply look at it and know whether you just filled it yesterday or you filled it last week. You know what, I still got a good amount of fuel in here, I'm good to go, or no, it's kind of low, maybe I should refill that. Then we've got this double torch here. The angle on it is actually really nice when you're holding it in your hand and you're holding a VAP cap in your other hand. I'll try and hold the angle here. It makes it real nice in terms of how everything lines up from a heating perspective. And for my opinion, I tend to like the double flame torches a little bit more than the single flame torches, especially if you're just kind of getting familiar with our product line, because it gives you a little bit more heat and it's also a little bit more wind resistant, so that if you're outside and the wind's blowing, it's not going to take as long and be as finicky as if you're using a single flame lighter outside.
Yeah, like if you're at a festival or something, it can be a little bit cumbersome to use a single torch if there's a lot of wind.
Yep.
Now, this is a question that we get a lot. Now, why do we typically not recommend single torches for new users?
Okay, so it's a great question, and I can kind of demonstrate it again with this single flame lighter. With the single flame lighter, you can be very precise in terms of where you're applying the heat on the cap. So if we look here, I can aim right here in the base of the cap, or I can aim more towards the groove end of the cap. And what that's going to do is it's going to have a very significant impact in terms of how fast your cap is heating up. More towards the digger outer, it's going to heat up much slower. More towards the groove end, much faster. And if you're not rotating quickly enough, or if you're heating too far towards the digger outer, you're going to get things a little bit too hot. And it's a lot easier to get them too hot because things are heating up slower, and then you may end up with kind of an undesirable flavor profile in the vapor that's produced.
Yeah, barbecued material isn't good. It's not like smoked meats where it's delicious.
Yeah, I think most of our customers prefer to not have barbecued product inside their VAP cap.
Yeah, that kind of taints the whole experience and defeats the purpose of using a vaporizer. And let's see if we have some good questions out there. So here's a good one. How was your trip, George?
Trip was nice.
Mhm.
You know, went to the coast, got to see some things, took a few pictures. You'll probably see some more of those popping up on some of the social media feeds, along with a few more guess the locations. I think that's kind of fun.
Mhm.
And speaking of trips, I'm going to be traveling again, and so are you.
Yep. Yeah, I will be in Vegas next week for Champs with some of the other members of the DynaVap crew. We will probably be doing a little bit of a meet and greet at the Hard Rock where we're staying. So we will share more details on that on our Instagram page. So be sure to follow us there. You can meet us, interact. Who knows, we might give some free product away too.
Make sure you bring your VAP cap, because we'd love to have a little show and tell. It's kind of fun.
Yep.
And I'm going to be heading out west. Going to be making a couple stops throughout Nebraska, Kansas, and probably Colorado as well. So more of that information on Instagram or in social media. So if you're interested, keep in touch, and we'll have more details. Maybe we'll have a little meet and greet out there as well.
Yeah, it's always fun engaging with our customer fan base in person. It really helps establish that connection with people.
Right, and it helps us better understand, how we can become a better company, how we can provide more of what it is that you're looking for, improve our product line, improve our customer service, all those sorts of good things.
Mm-hmm. And so here's a good one. Can you explain the difference when using an OmniVap, the difference of opening the mouthpiece? So essentially, what makes an Omni an Omni?
What makes an Omni an Omni? That's a great question. And the primary thing is, if we utilize this M for example, the M has an air port on it, as most of you are aware. And we also have some geometry on this M that makes the air port a little bit easier to find, so that you can modulate how much air is coming in through that air port, changing your air and vapor ratio. With the Omni, when we twist the mouthpiece, instead of the air port being obstructed by your finger, the condenser actually moves inside the device, which changes your air and vapor ratio in a more consistent fashion, so that you don't need to be looking for the air port to have that exact air vapor ratio that you're looking for. But at the same time, if you still want to modulate it and have a slightly restricted airflow when it's fully open, and a more restricted airflow when you obstruct it, it gives you a whole lot of adjustment and just the capability of having more of an experience that you're looking for.
And just to clarify too, like if you're building something in the Dyna Builder, it only works with the titanium tip, correct?
Right. The Omni mouthpiece and condenser assembly only works to modulate your air and vapor ratio when used in conjunction with the titanium tip. Now, the M stem, as well as all of the Vong stems and bodies, provided that you're using the right length condenser, will work just fine. But the stainless steel tip does not allow the Omni condenser assembly to modulate the air and vapor ratio.
And then I see one really good question here, since we are discussing lighters. How does a lighter warranty actually work? So if you were to receive a torch and let's say a year down the line or something like that, it stops working, all you need to do, all the lighters that we currently offer are manufactured by Lotus and Vertigo. They all have a lifetime manufacturer's warranty, so you just need to reach out to them and they'd be able to get you sorted out. If you were to happen to receive a lighter and it arrived dead on arrival, let us know, we'll get you sorted out right away. And so if you have any other questions too, be sure to use the contact form and we can answer that in more detail as well. And then one question that we see all the time is, why doesn't my cap fit? And so we actually answered that in a segment that we call the Snap. On today's Snap, we are going to be discussing one of our most frequently asked questions: why doesn't my cap fit? Now, it's very important that your cap is secure before you use your device, because when you heat it, it may pop off, and no one wants a hot cap to land in their lap. To secure your cap, it is extremely easy and only takes a few seconds. All you need to do is remove your cap from your device and give it a good squeeze in between your index finger and your thumb, and put it back onto your device. And it's secure. Now, you may have some issues and it may still fall off. If that is the case, take it off your device again and squeeze harder. After that point, it will be completely secure. So in conclusion, just make sure that your cap is properly fitted to your tip before you use your device. It's super easy and only takes a couple of seconds and keeps you from getting burned. And that has been the Snap. I'm Retail Josh, and thanks for watching. Now, we hope you liked that clip. Now, George, how do you feel about irony?
Irony? You know, sometimes it's actually rather entertaining.
Yeah, like in that last clip, I was talking about why doesn't my cap fit, and yet it was off kilter. So I thought that was a little bit amusing. We didn't notice that during production. And
Right.
so, a little funny anecdote there. Now, one thing, too, that we've been working on, and
Something we're just kind of tossing around, got some ideas.
is the idea of an Omni Kit. And so a lot of people have asked, hey, are there more kits coming?
Well, let's
Maybe. So this is something that we've been working on. So we have an XL maple stash here. And then inside,
Oh, where'd you find that?
laying around the office, we have a green Omni XL. And then we have one of George's favorite torches here,
Oh, it's definitely one of my favorites.
the Citadel. And so this one, if you've been on the website recently, we just got these back in stock not too long ago. It's probably the most premium torch we offer. And then it's available in mostly copper and chrome. And then right here is a silver one that we have. And so, George, why do you like the Citadel so much?
I like the Citadel for a couple of reasons. The first one being it's a flat flame lighter, which if you haven't seen it, it really is quite a bit different than the standard torch, double torch, triple torch, quad torch lighters. So I'll kind of open it up so you can kind of get a look at it. Here's a red one. You can see the flame is wide and not very thick. It has about the power of a single flame, so your VAP cap's going to take a little bit longer to heat up than with a double or triple. But since it's a wide flame, it allows you to heat the entire cap when held parallel, or to heat more precisely when held perpendicular. So you've got a lot of options in that regard. And the other thing that I like, if I hold it maybe a little bit closer to the mic here, when I light the lighter, if you notice, it's very, very quiet when it's burning.
It's just a slight hiss, so it's great. Like
It's
if
real
you
quiet.
try to be a little bit more discreet indoors. Or,
And in the lighting mechanism is also real nice. It's just this nice big button that you just push, which some torch lighters, which is another thing that we kind of look for when we're selecting lighters for sale, is we don't really like the ones that require, extremely strong hands to light them off. They're just not fun. So this one's particularly nice.
also incredibly fuel efficient.
It's very fuel efficient. In fact, shockingly fuel efficient. I've been using this lighter now for about a year, and I'm surprised at how often I have to refill the fuel tank, because it's sometimes weeks.
Mhm.
Okay. Large fuel tank, very low fuel consumption, and very quiet. So one of my favorite lighters. It's got kind of a nice weight to it, and the shape fits in the pocket real nice. So let's. I think we should give this Omni Kit away to someone. So maybe leave us a comment if you're interested. But if you have too many Omnis, please leave us a comment so we don't select you, because we wouldn't want to send you something that would be undesirable.
And if you don't like the color of the black Citadel and you would prefer the silver one, or even the red one that's been floating around in George's pocket for the past year, let us know.
Wait a minute, you just going to give away my favorite lighter?
Well, we have more.
All right, well.
Who knows? Maybe we could laser engrave it with your name on it.
Okay, well, you can see it's been in my pocket for about a year, and it's actually looking pretty good.
It's a very durable lighter. Like, I've been playing around with it for the past couple of weeks since we've got them back in stock, and it's easily become my go-to just due to its efficiency and unique ways that you can heat it. Like, you like to heat it parallel, correct?
I generally will heat my VAP cap with the flame parallel to the cap, because it gives for a nice even heat.
And see, I tend to kind of use a little divot and just kind of float it right above it.
Which is also kind of interesting, because then you get the flame that wraps around about 270 degrees of the cap.
I find that when using that with the heat focused towards the closed end of the cap, I get really, really good flavor. And it wraps around, and it acts like a traditional single torch, but heats a little bit quicker because it wraps around.
The other thing that's interesting about the flat flame, not to dwell on it for too long, is the overall flame intensity is just a little bit lower than you have with the standard torch. So it tends to be a little bit easier to use without getting the hot spots on your cap.
And then see some other questions here. Any plans for a Dynastash with the space cut for a torch?
You know, we've toyed around with the idea. The problem is they start to get big. Or you have to use a lighter that's really small, which means it runs out of fuel real quick. So yes, we've got a couple ideas, a few prototypes. We've made some that work okay, but they end up being a bit challenging. So if it's something that you're really interested in, we'll look into it a little bit more. Maybe we'll make up a few more and send them out into the beta test market. See if you guys like them. So great question.
And then I see one here. Any more information on the induction heater?
Well, I got to say that induction heaters are fascinating. I also have to say that as simplistic as they are to piece together with some parts off of eBay and Amazon, making something that's actually good quality, durable, and reliable and not likely to cause problems, as well as something that's compliant with FCC and ROHS regulations that's shippable, well, that's kind of another matter. You know, we've made a few of our own. We've been going through various different revisions. In fact, the one that you've seen on a few of our broadcasts is now in revision 11, mainly because of some of the things that we just mentioned. They're challenging things, so it's still in process. It's a lot closer than it's been in the past, and I hope to have more information soon.
And so, yeah, I think that's a good answer. I love this comment here. Did I mention how handsome the both of you are? Men want to be you, women want to be with you. I want the kit. And so, flattery is their weapon.
We're going to have to contemplate that.
And then we also want to announce the winners of the 2 XL shirts, Victor Bao and Alexander Smith. Be sure to send an email to benw@dynavap.com with the shipping information. We'll get that out to you right away. And then, are there any other questions, Pranav? And so we are going to be back in 2 weeks on August 1st at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. That'll be hosted by Pranav and myself, as George will be traveling through Nebraska and Colorado. And where else are you going?
That's pretty much it. Just taking a bit of a road trip to go see the sites. It'll be fun.
Yep. And so we'll be back then, so be sure to tune in, subscribe, and ring the bell to be notified when we release more content. There's a couple other questions in here. Any possible way to include some type of visual indicator for the hearing impaired? maybe something that could just be used for more of a reference point?
You know, it's something that I've contemplated quite a few times. The challenge is there's, at least for my limited knowledge of materials and physics, there's not many good options available to do that without making things substantially more expensive or more complex, or reducing the durability, because a lot of the non-electronic means of indicating temperature tend to not be very durable, not last very long, or tend to use toxic materials like lead and cadmium. So certainly looking for ideas. If there's something out there that I'm maybe not aware of, I certainly welcome feedback. You know, it's, maybe you've heard me mention it before. The reason why I tend to really ask for the feedback is because I find it to be extremely useful. That the information and the ideas that come from our customer base have really helped shape and direct where we go with the company, with our products, with our development. So we really want to hear from you. So thanks for that. I'll keep thinking about it. I'll keep doing some research, and maybe we'll be able to come up with something.
Send us those suggestions our way, because just use that contact form. I can forward that along to George, and who knows, you might be the one to figure it out. It always helps when you have more eyes on a potential solution to a problem for a customer.
Right, and you know, we like solving problems. So when you've got problems or you see something that could use improvement, let us know.
And then one thing just before we wrap up, just reiterate that Stash 30 code. That'll give you 30% off any DynaStash on the website. That'll be good until 6 p.m. tomorrow. That would be July 12th. And Pranav, who's going to be the winner of the kit?
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Oh, I don't know. I'll leave that up to you guys. You select.
And so here, how about we do it this way? The first one, do you want to do like a trivia thing, or do you just want to do an engagement?
Oh, I'd like to make sure that it lands in the hands of someone that'd be the right person. So pick one.
And so to reiterate your constant motto, Pranav, God damn it, Pranav. So eeny, meeny, miny, mo. And pick one.
Whoever
now,
said
go.
me. No. No. Whoever said me, nuns.
Oh. Someone said I am the winner, so let's just give it.
Okay.
Confidence is key. And so what's his name, Pranav? Chad Schultz. So shoot an email to benw@dynavap.com with your shipping info, and we'll send out that Omni Kit for you. And are there any other worthy winners? Pick 3 more, and we'll send a standard starter kit to him, Pranav.
Oh, 3 more?
Yeah, just randomly pick them.
Thank you, everyone, for participating, and send us the comments.
And be sure to follow our Instagram page. That's @DynaVap. And be sure to subscribe here. Once again, I'll be in Vegas next week with some of the rest of the DynaVap crew. We're going to be doing a little bit of meet and greet at the Hard Rock Hotel. More details will be posted on the Instagram page. Follow.
Make sure you bring your VAP cap.
Yep, and we'll be bringing some too. We can do a little show and tell. And so the other 3 are going to be Jofu, 907 Akravan, and May Inbox. And so we want to thank you all for tuning in. Join us next time on August 1st, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. Thanks for watching, everyone.
Thanks for watching. For more videos, click here or here, and don't forget to subscribe.